Hi, welcome back or welcome to the channel. Today we will be going over basic color correction in DaVinci Resolve because there are a lot of options. Right now we are on the Edit tab, as you can see. I like doing all my main editing from the Edit tab, but for this purposes, we're going to go over to the Color tab. That's where you'll make all of your changes. We have this here because this is what we were on last for color, but you'll probably begin on something like this. And it's worth noting that pay attention, whatever you click on is what you're going to be changing. Now, personally, if I was you, what I would simply do is basically add an adjustment layer. Now you can either add an adjustment layer or you can add a parallel layer. Now what a parallel layer would do is it will be able to take all the changes for you, and you can always just delete this node, and then there you go. Another option you can go play around with the color settings here. Say you don't like the color setting, say you've adjusted everything per se and you don't exactly like it because you're like, hey, it ruined it for me. Well, you can right click, hit reset node, and that resets. But like I said, personally, what I like to do is come over here to effects, pick adjustment layer. I have a whole tutorial on adjustment layers if you would like to check that out. And then as you can see, I have an adjustment layer. Let's go ahead and just drag it over here and then put it here. Go back to the color layer. As you can see, my adjustment layer is there. So, my adjustment layer edits, but my regular layer is not. That way, I can actually sort of see how it works. Just disable the adjustment layer, sort of see a before and after, so I can see, oh, this is way too, tinted red. So I can adjust it accordingly. I can even reset this if I wanted to. Bring up the contrast just a little bit. Bring up the let's bring down the details a little bit, make it a bit warmer because we can bring down the tint a bit, give a bit more shadow, a bit less saturation because reasons, keep the hue about the same, change that. And I changed all that on the adjustment layer. So if we go back here and disable the adjustment layer again, you can see a difference right then and there. Actually, that's a pretty good difference. It gives me more life in my opinion. This is for a video I did the other day actually. I didn't have time to color correct it, unfortunately, so it's kind of ironic that I'm showing you guys how to color correct. But yeah, that is your basics in color correction. Like I said, there's multiple ways we could have done this. We went the adjustment layer route, but we literally could have, just like I did at the beginning, right click, go to add note, and then add parallel. So that would basically basically think of it as a duplicate layer in this instance for what we're using it though. And we could have just added the parallel and then whatnot. It'd be fine and dandy. Now, let's go over the other options slightly, I guess, shall we? Because these aren't the only color correction options that you saw. We have HDR, high dynamic range. At the color match, there's actually quite a bit of color options here. Here's if we wanted to use the eyedrop tool to get more of a color range for stuff. But we're just going to undo that actually. I hit Command Z to undo that, but if you're on Windows, it will be Control Z. I just happen to be on the Mac myself. So yeah, that is your color options, really. I mean, okay, see, I always recommend playing around with color options to see what works for you, but most of the time you will be here. Okay, sometimes you might be here, sometimes here. More advanced projects will have you in here. This is your masking tools and all that. But for the most part, for basic color correction, you will be in here. You can actually turn the dials too, if as you see fit. Yeah, you can turn the dials. Yeah, you can, play around with the numbers in here. Just click on them, move left to right. You can even enter a number yourself by double tapping it. So, yeah, there's all that. I'm actually going to undo the majority of those changes. And yeah, there we go. That is your color correction tool. Let me know in the comment section below if this helped you out a bit. Color correction, as you can see, it's not so bad. Definitely the tip I'd recommend the most is adjustment layer. The only reason I recommend adjustment layer over parallel is because parallel will let you see the changes in here, but adjustment layer will let you see the changes in your edit tab, because you literally can disable the track, see the changes, then add back accordingly. So yeah, definitely let me know in the comment section below if this helped you out, and let me know what you guys might like to see in the future, and I'll see what I can do. And with that said, I will catch you guys in the future. Later.